So first of all, anytime Oregon State gets together, it's a great day. This is a special day. It's a historic day for Oregon State golf. And all of us at OSU want to thank you for being here. And we want to thank you for your commitment, your dedication, your loyalty to Oregon State University athletics. So to get the program started, it's my great pleasure, someone I work closely with, to announce to you the Athletic Director for Oregon State, Mr. Bob DeCarolis.
Thanks, Jim. And it is a great day to be a Beaver. Give yourselves a hand out there. So just to reiterate what Jim said a little bit, I mean, it takes a village to do what we're doing here today, and Beaver Nation has come strong, and I appreciate all the donors to this project. As somebody said in a meeting earlier today, I don't have a billionaire uncle. So we have to do it one step at a time, and I appreciate all the support that you guys have given us throughout the year, so thank you very much on that. Got a couple people we want to thank. I hope they're here today. The architect, Brian Jackson, back there. Brian, will you give us a wave there? Thank you very much. From Fortis Construction, Tim Sissel. Tim, give us a wave. All Seasons Greens. How about this thing here? How about that? We got Nick George, Mr. Page, and Dan Poole. Thank you very much. From the university, the project manager and architects, Dave Raleigh and Lori Fulton. Saw Dave there, Lori's there. Associate Athletic Director Todd Phelps for facilities. Todd, where are you? There you go, thank you very much. And somebody who's not here that was very instrumental in this whole project, that was the fundraising piece. He really did a good job of getting it organized. Justin Fisher. Unfortunately, Justin has gone to the dark side. Yeah, but give him a hand anyway because he did a good job on that. Appreciate that. Okay, Bud. Smile, my man. Come on.
How can I smile when I look at you?
Okay, well, that script is going out the window.
Change the name.
Yeah. I was going to say that the Ossey name is synonymous with the university and the athletic department.
It is, Bob.
For a long, long, long time. And Bud has been a witness to some interesting events over the years. He was there on the sidelines in official capacity. I don't know exactly what that means. But during the Ironman game in 1933, is that correct? That's correct. That's not an urban myth. When Coach Lon Steiner used just 11 players to defeat the two-time national champion USC. And I think that was also part of the pyramid play. That's correct. Where the guy got on top of the shoulders to block the extra point, and that went two games, and then the rules got changed the next week. And in 1999, you all remember the Cal game, because that's when the 28 years of frustration ended. And Bud was one of those grown men that was in the press box crying. Because he said, I didn't know that I would be alive to see this day happen. And it did. It was a great day, right? Just like today's a great day. He served as a color analyst for Beaver Sports for years, and that track record continues today. He and Maxine have played an integral role for years in helping student athletes with the institution of the Tualatin Scramble, 43 years, I think, and still going, supporting the golf teams. Thank you very much for that. Give him a hand on that deal. In 2006, he was elected to the Hall of Fame for the School of Engineering. That's a big deal, right? Not as big as golf. In 2007, he received part of the Three Amigos here, as we like to call them, the Martin Shaz Athletic Achievement Award for Lifetime Achievement. Big deal. I like that. Let's see what else this has. He loves golf and has shot his age every year since he was 69. Is that, yeah, wow, how about that?
That's a lot of years.
That's a lot of years. My one little golf story, and Rob Close was there, so he can talk about this. So the 10th hole at Tualatin, it was Rob, Bud, and myself. You know what I'm going to say, right? Okay, and so Rob hits it. It's a par 3. and Rob's like 20 feet from the hole. Bud goes next, and he's like 10 feet, and I'm an awful golfer. I mean, I'm terrible. And I said, I'm going to try to get inside of you, Bud. And the ball goes, and it's going, and it's going, and it's going, and all of a sudden it disappears. I didn't know what happened, and he goes, "You got a hole in one!" He was more excited than I was. On the tee on the 11th hole, I actually missed the ball on the next shot. A donor, a volunteer, he's got his Beaver Club, BASF/Our Beaver Nation card on him. 68 years as a member. Give it up for Bud on that one. Thank you very much, Bud, for all that you've done to help student athletes, help this university, help this athletic department. And I think this is a great testament to you and Maxine for all the things that you've done and supported this program. So let's have it for Bud Ossey. Bud, come on up here. Can you say a few words?
Thank you, my friend.
That's enough. Now, here we go.
It's hard for me to start. First of all, I want to thank my family for being here. My daughter-in-law, Kathleen, my daughter-in-law, Catherine, my son, Bob, my grandson, Stephen. It's good to have my family here. Through all the years, they've been the support, along with my wife, Maxine, of over 70 years. And I just want to thank all the wonderful people that put this thing together. And I got a call last spring from Bob the Careless. It says, "Bud, we've been thinking here on the athletic department, we want to build a golf facility for the men and women's golf teams at Oregon State." And I said, "That's something I think that needs to be done. I think it's great." He says, "Well, we're going to go ahead with it, and we want your permission to name it in the honor of Bud and Maxine Ossey." I broke down and cried like a baby. Not for me, because I had just recently lost my wife, and it was in honor of her, too. It was wonderful. That's about all I have to say, except thank you to everybody that pushed this thing. And I don't want to start naming names because I would get in trouble because I'd leave some names out. But Justin was one that really ramrodded this thing, along with Frosty. And I sure thank all the people, especially all the donors that gave their money and time to get this project done. With that, all I can say is thank you all very much.
Thanks, Bud. Appreciate it. Okay, if truth be told, I was crying too, Bud. So now we're going to bring up our coaches and some student athletes. Our women's coach, Sammy Chirigo. Sammy, come on up here. Student athlete, Lauren Fisher. Come on up, guys. Men's coach, John Rehorn, and student athlete, Chris Tedesco. Come on up. Who's going first? Who's going first?
Hello, everyone. My name's Lauren Fisher. I'm a senior on the women's golf team here at Oregon State.
Hi, my name is Chris Tedesco. I'm a junior on the men's golf team. I just want to start out by thanking all the donors for making this facility possible, especially Bud and Maxine Ossey. Thank you very much. I also want to thank Coach Rehorn and Coach Shergo and all of the other staff members of the athletic department for all their planning and countless hours of work they put in to make this possible for both the men's and women's golf teams.
One of the questions that I was just asked was, what does it mean to have this facility in Gill and on campus? And it was something that I actually had thought of before, and our golf teams are usually typically seen only at the golf course, and it's not often that fans and donors and people who support our teams get to see us, you know, on campus, and especially in such a historic building such as Gill. So I think that our team is extremely excited to have this facility so that we can interact with more people, we can practice and get even that much more better. And the fact that we have an area that's specifically for our team so that we can improve means the world to us. So thank you so much, everyone in this room who donated and gave their time to making this as beautiful a facility as it is. We really, really appreciate it, especially as players. Thank you. I'd like to introduce my coach, Sammy Shergo.
Hello, everyone. Like LJ said, my name's Sammy Chergo. I'm the new women's golf coach here at Oregon State. I've been here about 5-6 months. We're having a blast. You saw our players, black shirts, orange shorts. That's a no-brainer. But I don't know if you met my assistant, Dawn Shockley. Dawn, will you raise your hand? We brought Dawn with me. She was an All-American player at Denver and played on some great teams there and has been playing on the Ladies European Tour. And I didn't know a soul when I moved here, so like it or not, she's stuck with me. But she's been a great addition to our staff as well. So I'll be very honest, I had nothing to do with this facility, but take the job and ride on John's coattails. So my timing was perfect. But I want to thank John so much for his vision and his mission. And this is his baby here with all of your support and your help. And John, I'm looking forward to working more with you, and you did a great job here. And as far as the mission of our women's golf program is to grow future leaders through competitive golf and competitive academics, and it's with your help that we can do that. And the people that surrounded John and the golf programs to get this done, it's going to help, I think, twofold for our student athletes. Is one, it will help our student athletes improve their golf games, but secondly, it gives them a home on campus. And you know, like LJ said, we're off site so much. It's just really fun for these guys to come over at 10 o'clock and chip and putt and have a home on campus. So like I said, I'll introduce John here, but I can't thank you enough. I look forward to getting to know all of you. I've probably forgotten half your names, so please feel free to reach out to me or to John, and let's do some fun things here, Beavers. Cheers.
All right, well, this is a great day. It's been about 18 months in the making or so, and I just wanted to make sure to thank Bob DeCarolis for sharing in our vision and you know, supporting this and making this happen. For the last 6 months, the senior staff offices that are below us have probably hated my guts because it's been really loud. And there was a time last week when they were making this putting green that literally Marianne Vidra sent out an email and said, "Don't worry, we're not being attacked." I also want to make sure to just recognize Tim Sissel, Fortis Construction, for what they did. If you saw this before, what you're going to see inside, you would be amazed what it's become. And there's a gentleman that, he's not here today, but I feel like I need to recognize him. His name is Jerry. He was the project manager. And literally, he came in at 3 a.m. in the morning a few times to get the floor done. And so we would reduce noise distractions for when we were trying to work during the day. I came in 2 weekends ago, and it was about a Saturday at 5 in the evening, and Jerry was here working. My assistant came on Sunday, the next day at 5 a.m. in the evening, and Jerry was still here working to make sure that this project turned out the way it did. So without Jerry, it probably wouldn't look like it does. So I appreciate that, and Fortis Construction for everything they did. You know, I want to thank Southwest Greens. Just to give you an idea, my hope and vision for this facility was that it would become a putting studio, a place that the guys and the gals could really improve their putting. One of the challenges that we have, other than just the rain, is that because we're in the north, it's dark at 5 in the evening in the wintertime. So this gives them a place that they can come between classes, before or after lunch, before they go to practice, before they go to study hall. The great part is so close to the dorms for the freshmen. The SSC is just across the street, so it's right here, really close. This putting green, as you'll see when you go inside, it was made to make it so it was more outside. We could have done it, and it could have had a plastic bottom underneath, and when the slopes wouldn't have been as great, but there's 6 yards of gravel on the floor. And then there's 7,000 pounds of sand in the turf. To make it more realistic, and the breaks, we've actually controlled it so the back half of the green has 1.5% of the slope, the right side of the green has 3% slope, so the guys and the girls can get used to practicing and understanding what the slope, and when they translate out to the course, it translates to the practice. Let's see, just to give you more explanation, for the most part, the guts of the facility is done. There's the technology part that we're going to be adding. Next week over here, when you get inside this part of the green, it's a really flat, tight carpet. It rolls about, for those of you that know stent meter, it's going to roll about an 11 or 12 on the stent meter. There's going to be 4 high-speed cameras. Basically, it's going to be connected to a thing called the Quintic ball roll system, which is basically a launch monitor for putting. So they're going to be able to work on everything they could possibly work on when it comes to putting. Upstairs, as you'll see, there's team lounge area with lockers. There's a huge projector screen that'll have 2 hitting bays. Soon in the near future, we're going to add what's called the Gears Golf system, and it'll be a 3D motion capture system. My guess is that as soon as the rest of my coaching colleagues see it, Pat Casey's going to want his pitchers in there throwing, because you're going to be able to literally get in a suit and have an avatar of yourself projected onto a screen, and it will show you every body movement in your golf swing. So it's going to be really cool once it all gets installed. Yeah, the quarterback's the kicker. Actually, the kicker's already used it in the fall out on the football field. So I think I need to recognize my guys here. So my guys are in the orange shirt, black bottoms. My assistant coach, Johnny Motomochi, is unfortunately not here. His grandmother passed away, so he had to fly home to Canada. But Johnny was instrumental in making this happen, so I just want to make sure that I recognize him. He's really sad that he's not here. But lastly, I just need to thank everybody that's here. You made this possible. Hopefully, I know everybody kept asking me, do you have any other renderings? And we just had the one rendering, but hopefully it turned out even better than what you thought it might turn out to be. I really think once you get inside, you'll be blown away by what's on the inside of this wall here. So, Bud, you want to open this baby up?
You're going to get behind.
You hold these, because I don't think these are technically going to really work, but we could do a little photo op.
Let's do a photo op.
Want to do a photo op with them?
First.
Okay, hold those.
Where are we looking?
Looking right over here. Wow.
Okay, do we want to use a little?
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
Somebody use
I don't trust my son to take pictures.
One more, bud.
Okay, so let you officially cut that ribbon and let's open this up.
Now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need to say a few words before we let everybody in. I just want to say a few words about Bud. I called him yesterday, and just to make sure he was excited. I didn't realize it, but he hadn't been up here for about 5 months probably. The last time you saw it, it was literally just rubble. You know, and it's funny, every time he calls me, he says, hey John, this is the old man. I'm still kicking. But it's been awesome to work with Bud. Many of you know, you're involved in our Tualatin Scramble. It's going on the 43rd year. I calculated it. It's probably close to $2 million of that tournament's raised for the golf program. So we can't thank you enough for that, Bud. And then just one last final thing is, when a couple of years ago at the tournament, I asked him where Maxine was, and he said, oh, Maxine, she hates these things. I just talk to too many people, and she has nothing to do, so she just stayed home. Well, now she's going to be here with you all the time, Bud. All right, so we'll open it up. Feel free to walk through, check it out. We got some putters and some golf balls. Actually, Bud, we're going to hit the ceremonial first putt first, so we'll get inside with the student athletes and have Bud hit the first putt on the putting green.
Oh, boy.
off.